Suggy, and I am here with more Final Fantasy XIV. I'm here with the squad. We had ourselves a sad time. The ride will not stop, but we will finish up patch 5.3 within the next hour, and then we'll move on to Nier and then the weapons trials. And I think that will be all we can get in today. But let's pop in and see Miss Q. Hello, Miss Q. How are you feeling? Still sad? Alright, let's hop right into it. You did well, Akali. You and the Exarch. At such moments, it was hard to know what to say. Are you alright, my friend? Sometimes I wish that I too had been gifted with the Echo, that I might see what you have seen and glimpse into your heart without the need for words. Ere we descend from the throne room, I did chance upon an object which, if I have the right of it, did once... Mine apologies. Mayhap now is not an appropriate time. Let us speak of it later. Shortly after you left, we observed our enemies' ranks were no longer being replenished, presumably when your absence was noted, so we polished them off and came as quickly as we could, which is to say, not quickly enough. But then you had the Exarch for company, didn't you? And you could ask for no better than that. Am I alright? I should be the one asking you. But yes, I'm fine, thank you. We all are. The people are fine, the city is fine, and the star showers have stopped. It's almost as if we'd gone back to the peaceful days that followed the knight's return. Almost. Y'shtola's eyes seem to be staring into your very soul. Akali, if you are ready, would you recount us to how the day unfolded? So you reached out to Elidibus at the last, and his heart was moved. And it changed nothing. Perhaps not. Ultimately, you had no choice but to strike him down. But the important thing is this. Though violence proved unavoidable, you did at least come to understand your foe. And in knowing his hopes and dreams, do we best remember him and his legacy. So long as they remain unforgotten, the love he and his brethren bore for one another and the star may yet be rewarded. You said that an ancient came to your aid, but how is that possible? A gift from Emmet Selg. He knew of Elidibus's plight. Foreseeing his own death, he made provisions to bring Elidibus's suffering to an end, lest his friend be left to continue the struggle alone. Or, so I would wildly speculate. It is unlikely we will ever know the truth. The best we can do is remember events as they happened, no more and no less. As the Rykins so rightly put it, history is learned, not lived. Ah, there you all are. My friend, we were given to understand thou were injured. Shouldst thou not be abed? Lie me down at a time like this? Don't be absurd. I would have come sooner had the guards not made such a fuss. Now tell me what's happened. Where is the Exarch? Is he? Akali, will you show me his spirit vessel? Yes, both his soul and memory seem intact. Good. Unlike the others, his aether was not highly charged, but so it did not seem necessary to employ a familiar to the imbuing. But I needed to be certain all the same. Oh, what a relief. Then 'tis but a question of restoring his soul unto his flesh. And as thou didst lately tell me, the success of this process resteth on no more than our friend's soul recognizing his flesh as its own. Given his apparent desire to return to the source of the Kali, one would think his soul would be only too happy to be home, no? Surely it wouldn't balk at the relative newness of his accommodation. So one would hope, but none can speak for the Exarch's heart of hearts, and he can no longer speak for himself. Furthermore, I have drawn upon all of my not inconsiderable experience to predict the outcome. The fact remains that there is no direct precedent for what we are attempting. Will his body accept his soul? Will his essences blend properly? Will he awaken whole of mind? Any number of things could go awry. Assuming I have succeeded in tempering your expectations, I should probably add that I did ask the Exarch if he still wished to return to the source in full knowledge of the risks. A simple enough question, one would think, warranting a single word reply. Yet the answer I received was rather longer than that, almost comically so. In fact, regardless out of respect for the man, I shall attempt to recite it, with a certain amount of poetic license. As I grew older, the burdens I carried became ever more numerous, burdens which weighed heavy upon my hopes, bearing them deep within my breast, so deep that I could be certain they were still there. But when I look around me, I am reminded, no matter how deeply buried they may be, our hopes never truly disappear. No, they are always with us, guiding us, driving us. I see it in Vothri, who sought to vindicate his existence by creating his paradise. I see it in Ranjit, who forsook his life's cause in order to protect that which he held most dear. I see it in the people who choose to struggle rather than surrender to despair. And though our struggles may differ greatly since the beginning of time, they have all shared that one common thread: hope. We struggle because we have hope, and when that time comes, I too will embrace mine. I will follow my heart, regardless of the risks. And I will live with all my being, as befit one who has been granted a second chance. There, I told you it was long, and unspeakably sentimental to boot. One would think the outpourings of a dewy-eyed boy, and not the old man the Exarch seems to believe he is. I mean, really, he's scarcely been alive as long as I've been in hiding. I dare say he is blushing in his vessel. Speaking of which, we should make ready for our journey. Time remains of the essence, after all. Needless to say, once we leave, there is no guarantee that we can return. If anyone has unfinished business, now is the time to see to it. I must pay a visit to Slitherbough. Let us reconvene here anon. There remain some few matters which require mine attention and ill meg. May I leave Thancred in thy care, child? I've been meaning to get some flowers from Manvilia. I thought you might help me choose them, and then we could go to Nabeth Arang together one last time. A fine suggestion. Lead on. Well, it's back to Yulmore for me. Amongst other things, I owe the mayor an apology about his airship. I assume you have places to be on your, I assume you have places of your own to be, Alice. I shall see you later. As you've probably guessed, I'm going to pay a visit to the inn at Journey's Head, but I want you to come too. I realize you don't need to say any farewells, but the Exarch does, if only in spirit. So I thought you might bring him along, so to speak. I'm sure he'd love the thought of being lugged about on the hero's back. So let's be off, shall we? I can't wait to see how Helric's doing. I shall take this opportunity to conduct a final inspection of the spirit vessels. Given what is at stake, one can never be too thorough. Ooh. Halric! Halric! Oh gods, don't tell me he's wandered off again. Quickly, Akali, we have to find him. Oh, Alistair, I didn't see you there. If you're looking for Halric, he's gone to walk with one of the others. They were planning to visit a graveyard, if I'm not mistaken. Well, that's a relief. Shall we adjourn to the graveyard, then? There he is. I was afraid he'd wandered off again. Oh, there's no need to worry. Halric's safe and well. He's been showing good progress, and the likes to go for walks of late. Though his steps usually bring him to this particular spot. Oh, I wasn't aware he had family here. He doesn't. It's Tesleen. Her sword, that is. We buried it here in her honor. So he remembers. What brings you back so soon out of interest? I didn't think the next round of treatments was due yet. No, it isn't. Look, I realize it's sudden, but I've come to say goodbye. It's time for me to return home. But rest assured the treatments will continue. Backlog will come to oversee them in my stead. I see. You did mention you and your friends were searching for a way home. Needless to say, we'll be sorry to see you go, but I know everyone will be happy for you, truly. Happy and grateful. You've done so much for us, achieved what none of us dared hope was possible. And we'll see to it that your good work continues, so that no more poor souls are buried here before their time. So rest easy, and take care. We wish you every happiness. Thank you. I will miss you all. But it isn't time to say our farewells quite yet. So if there are any tasks that need doing, hunting beasts, fetching water, and what have you, just say the word. I mean to make use of every last moment here, after all. The time left to you is precious. That's right, Halric. That's exactly right. Those words will guide you true, so never forget them. And neither will I. What? I'm not crying. I just have sand in my eye, that's all. Ahem, as I mentioned, I mean to stay here as long as possible. In the meantime, perhaps you could go look in on the others. Alphino, for instance. If anyone is crying, it will be him. Take care. Alice is big sister vibes.
Oh, Alpha, no!
Oh. Oh no.
Please, Lady Chai, dry your eyes.
The thought of never seeing you again is more than my poor heart can
Oh, it's you. As you can see, Alphino has broken the news. I don't know how to console her. She thinks we'll be lost without him.
picture paints 1,000 words.
You'll never let me forget it, will you? I'll have you know I completed the promised painting in the end. Be that as it may, there are times only words will suffice. Lady Chai, I have a confession to make. On the day we ousted Lord Vorthree, when I revealed the truth of his tyranny and your complicity in his crimes, I did so with great trepidation. Not out of fear that you wouldn't listen, but that you might never recover. There was a time when I too, in my hubris, believed myself worthy to lord it over others. And when the lie was laid bare, when I was forced to confront the cost, the lives lost, it all but destroyed me. To awaken from a naive dream to so harsh a reality, I would have understood had you all surrendered to despair. But you didn't surrender. Far from it. You picked yourselves up and rose to the challenge. You found a path forward and the strength to walk it, and to keep walking it, day after day. But what struck me is how much faster you found it than I did.
Really? That felt pretty slow to me. But rest assured, we'll make Yulmore into a nation anyone would be proud to call home. Eventually. You can still come and go as you please, I believe. When we have good tidings to report, I may trouble you to be their bearer. There may also be less than good tidings, in which event I hope I can trouble you for your counsel.
I should be honored to provide it, Master Chai.
Oh, Alphino, I know you aren't one to sit still, but do remember to take your ease from time to time. And no matter where you are, remember that there are people here who are praying for your health and happiness. Our brave and gentle artist, you have our love, now and always.
And you mine. Please take care.
I hear the airship crashed in Amarang. Never mind, the important thing is you're all safe and well. That said, we should probably retrieve the wreck before the locals strip it for trolley parts. Perhaps we could make a trade for it. Oh, thank goodness you could still return. If I had to bid farewell to you both, my heart would burst here and now. Like Alphino, I know that yours is a life of constant employment, but do visit us from time to time. It would mean the world to us. I understand the Exarch will be leaving with you. Capable though its custodians are, the Crystarium will be poorer for his absence. It seems the coming years will be a period of transition for both our cities, but through mutual cooperation I'm confident that we will find a way forward. 'Tis a strange feeling, Akali, to stand in the company of our friends, knowing that I will never see them again. I struggle to reconcile it in my mind, but this I know. I shall cherish my memories in Norvrend, of every soul I met here for the rest of my days, and I shall look forward to your tales of their endeavors. So he did finish the painting in between patches. But I don't know if it's here. Oh, we might have missed it. Because they used to sit over here. And he was, during one of the patches, he finished painting it. But we seem to have missed that. Yeah, that's my bad. His business concluded, Elfino turns his attention to yours. Forgive me. I realize now that I ever asked you what business brought you here. Can I be of assistance? Alizé said you were crying. Alizé said that, didn't she? Well, as you can see, I am quite all right now, unlike her, by the sound of it. Perhaps you might consider visiting Urianger next. Given his conversance with the idiosyncrasies of the Fey folk, I doubt it will be an issue, but a small part of me worries that they may not relinquish him willingly. As such, I would feel better if you were to look in on our friend, assuming you have the time, of course. That I should have the pleasure of welcoming guests, even as mine own occupation draweth to a close. What bringeth thee hither, my friend? So thou would grant the Exarch a final tour of the realm which hath been his home for these 100 years? A noble gesture. As for Master Elfino's concerned, thou mayest rest assured that all is well here. Far from detaining me, our Fey friends have agreed to assist in the transportation of these tomes onto the Cabinet of Curiosity. Naught more remaineth to be done. Regardless, 'tis well thou didst come, for I had been meaning to show thee something else. An object I chanced to find after the victory over Elidibus. Though it hath lost its radiance, 'tis unmistakably a crystal of light, one that, in all likelihood, once belonged to Ardbert. Having been interred with his body, it would have remained upon his person after his possession by Elidibus, and when his mortal form was, forgive mine indelicacy, consumed by thy foe to fuel his transformation, I posit the crystal did tumble free. Save that which doth abide in thee, it is all that remaineth of our friend. And, if thou art willing, I would have thee deliver it unto Seto. I can think of no worthier recipient than he, and no one more fitting a bearer than thee. Thank you for the sippy and the bean tax. I hope this scene is voiced, because it's very sad, and I will not make it through. I think it was the scene that's coming up. I think Yak told me that she was strong through the entirety of like the Elidibus stuff and whatnot, but it was this scene that finally got her. Yak is also strong, like you. Are you okay? I feel like the Miss Chai scene might have got you a little. No, you good? I think maybe if we had kept going from last night. Oh, Full glad am I to see you safe and well. Rumors spoke of strange, spectral foes bent on your destruction. But with the sky turned to normal, I assume all is well again. So to what do I owe the pleasure of this visit?
Is that
Thank goodness.
Ardbert's crystal? So it is. It has changed, but I would know it anywhere. However, did you come by it? Then, even in death, his enemies found a way to profit from his sacrifice. Oh, it grieves me to think of his body being used for evil ends. But, thanks to you, his honor is restored, and he may finally find peace. No words can express my gratitude. I will keep this crystal safe to the end of my days. Rest easy, my friend. You have earned it.
Tell me, does anything strike you as different about my soul?
Your soul? Oh, how can this be?
Seto, my old friend. You've grown.
Oh, Ardbert, how I've missed you. I'm sorry I couldn't keep you safe, or even console you. Had I only learned to speak sooner, I would have told you how much you meant to me, how much I cared.
I knew. I always knew. But I'm happy to hear it nonetheless. Thank you, Seto. My partner in crime.
I see. His journey continues. Then I will not yet bid him rest. With you, he may look forward to many more adventures. It has been a while since last I flew. Perhaps I too will go on a little adventure? Ride the winds, seek the horizon? Yes, I think perhaps I will.
Thank you, Akali, for taking care of Artbert. May your adventures together take you beyond the farthest horizons, and may they always lead you safely home. You like Runar, right? Y'shtola's cat friend. Yeah. Thou art returned. Tell me, how did Resetter receive thine offering? Remarkable. 'Twas fated that thou shouldest be the one to undertake this task, I think. As Ardbert liveth on in thee, so too shall he and his comrades live on in the hearts of the people of Novrant. And their tale, now rightly told, shall inspire new warriors of light for generations to come. I'm just gonna take the money. Oriange regards you with a gentle smile. Now, assuming thou intendest to continue thy tour, might I suggest Slitherbough as thy next destination? The task of tidying up one's abode is seldom light work, and I suspect Y'shtola's is heavier than most. Suffice it to say, a pair of helping hands might not go amiss. Ooh, you beat me too. By a mile. There she is. And what is this? Have you come to spy on me? Does Oriange truly think me so slovenly? The nerve. Loath as I am to disappoint, I put my affairs in order some time ago. I've even bade my farewells. To everyone save Runar, that is. He's nowhere to be seen. Hello, Varkin. How are you? Oh. You spy.
Master Matoya. For too long I have remained silent, but no longer. I could not bear it if you were to leave. Please, stay. I beg of you.
Master Matoya's music. I am good. Hang it in
please.
I jest. At least in part. What I came to say is this. Thank you. Without your wisdom, your strength, and your kindness to guide us, our people would still be lost. We will never forget you, Master Matoya. Wherever your journeys may take you, you will always be in our hearts.
And you in mine. Remember that your people's journey, that our people's journey is yet ongoing. Your lives will change, and so too will your dreams. Yet come what may, you need not forsake your time-honored traditions, nor less your beliefs. But neither should you be beholden to them. For it was with curiosity and courage that the Knights Blessed first triumphed over adversity. New knowledge and new wisdom are ever worthy of pursuit.
Indeed they are. And so, until we return to the Sunless Sea, we shall endeavor to live our lives to the fullest.
That is well. But however great your strides, there may yet come a day when the challenges you face cannot be surmounted alone. On such a day...
On such a day?
You may call on me. Since a means to travel between worlds exists, you can be sure I will find a way to employ it. And there remain so many mysteries here that want for solving.
Master Matoya!
Runha, really?
You love her. He loved her so much. He's really just a good boy. Please take good care of Master Matoya. See that she eats well and wraps up on cold days. There is a herbal tea which she enjoys. If I give you the recipe, you could make it for her, perhaps. And, above all, please keep her close. I do not deny that she is strong, but even the strongest among us should not be alone. Honestly, he's a boy in the body of a man. Anyway, it is time we headed back to the Crystarium, shall we? You still have to take the Exarch to Nabrath-Aray. I see. Very well, you can look in on Thancred while you're about it. His will be a very difficult farewell, and I'm sure he would appreciate your support. The path goes through Twine. If you wait there, you are like to meet him on his way back, if not before. Oh, I don't need to fly. He's right there. You too? What is this, my bloody name day? I see. Yes, Thancred was here, and Reen too. They said they wanted to go to Nabrath-Aray, so we gave them use of the trolley. That's right, the old girl's up and running again, but we didn't just put her back together, mind you. No, with a little bit of help from Master Chai, we made her faster. And stronger. Oh yes, the future of trolleys is looking brighter than ever. Whisper it, but I reckon it might be time. Time to reach for the stars with a trolley to dwarf-all trolleys. If you ask me, we're better off making them smaller. That way they can fit in narrow shafts. But that's genius. Why didn't I think of that? Enough. You can daydream in your own time. In case you've forgotten, our priority is to have more working trolleys. That's why we turned to China's, by the way. Not to make the one trolley we've got go faster. We need help getting a few talents back in working order, see? We were out testing them when your airship came down, as a matter of fact. We seem to have a habit of crashing things. We're back. Our thanks for the loan of the trolley. Akali, what are you doing here? Don't tell me the others are waiting for us. That's relief. At any rate, we've done what we came to do, which means I'm ready to leave, or as ready as I'll ever be. Not to pry, but what's going on? You off somewhere? You could say that. So you're heading home. I'm just a simple miner, and don't know much about this world-traversing business. But the young lady here, she'll be looked after, will she? I'll be fine, thank you. I have a place to stay at the Crystarium and don't want for anything. Besides which, I've recently made a new friend. Her name is Gaia, and she'll always be there if I need her, just like you lot. So please don't worry. I'll be fine, really. If you say so. It being a matter of life and death, I suppose you have to leave, but I for one would still be torn. If the choice were mine, I'm not sure I could bear to be parted from my family. No, but it's for the best. Reen has chosen to walk her own path, and she doesn't need me under her feet. Besides, I have my own responsibilities, and I wouldn't be setting a very good example if I neglected them. Perhaps not. Either way, I envy you your dilemma. Well then, young lady, if there's anything you need, anything at all, you're to call on us. It may surprise you, but we can do more than simply offer you trolley rides. Thank you, Magnus, everyone. Shall we then? If you have nowhere left to visit, we could go back to the Crystarium together. We unfortunately don't get to say goodbye to Hythlodaeus and the Tempest. Do you want to see it one last time? Well, we can travel back and forth, but we don't have a quest that ever brings us there. Not yet, anyway. Let's go say goodbye to the Tempest. Which building? Let's go to the building of the architects, which is actually behind us. Goodbye, Amarat. It will one day fade away. It's very pretty. Okay, you ready? It's you. You're probably wondering why I'm not with the others. I always knew everyone would leave one day, and I always hoped and prayed that we would find a way to send them home, but now that the time has come, I feel lost and lonely. I don't want our last moments together to be sad. I want to hold myself together, just long enough to say the things that I need to say, but I'm not sure I can even do that. I'll be there with you. Right. Thank you, Akali. I think we'll all feel braver with you around. Go on ahead, and I'll join the others. I'll be along after I've taken a few deep breaths. I thought it would be easier after saying farewell, but each step I took out of Yulmore felt heavier than the last. I did everything I could in the time I had, no regrets. I took the liberty of informing the Crystarium's leaders of our imminent departure. It seemed only right. I trust the Exarch had a pleasant tour of the realm.
That's everyone then. We've all said what we needed to.
Even as we speak, Backlug undertaketh their final inspection of our spirit vessels. When thine own preparations for the journey are complete, thou art to present thyself in the ocular.
Everyone? I want to thank you all, on behalf of the First. You, and Minfilia, and the Exarch. Without each and every one of you guiding us, fighting for us, we wouldn't be standing here now. There wouldn't even be a here. And no words can express our gratitude. We still have a lot to do. Countless trials to overcome. But if it ever seems too much, I'll think of our time together. The happy moments, and the sad. I will remember it all. And it will give me the strength to carry on without you. Because you made me who I am. Minfilia. Reen. To honor these names and these memories, I will stand with all the people of this land and strive for a better tomorrow.
Thancred, I believe the honor of responding should rightfully be thine.
I know better than most how much you've grown, and I have every confidence you'll make your people proud. Gods know I'm proud of you. I always will be. You deserve all the happiness in the world, and more.
Might we also say a few words?
Why, this is just about all of you.
To see you off seemed the least we could do. You risked your all for us, fought for a realm not your own. Before you came, we had never known the beauty of the night sky. Or the joy of your company. Though it saddens us deeply to bid you farewell, it has ever been our way to send off friends with a smile. Wherever your road should lead, we shall pray for your safety. And following your brave example, we shall continue to fight for the Crystarium.
With or without us, you've always taken good care of this city. I don't doubt for a moment you'll continue to do so.
Aye. A more resilient people we have never known. As resilient and enduring as the tower that watches over you.
To the last, we did not question the Exarch about his past. It is only now, when he can no longer tell us, that we believe we know the answer. We have heard what became of him, and what is about to be attempted. All will be well. Of this we are certain. How could it be otherwise, when every soul in the Crystarium is praying for it with all their heart? And so, when our Lord awakens, I bid you give him a message. Tell him he needn't worry about us. That he need no longer hide who he truly is. That he should live his own life to the fullest. And that if he should ever find himself reminiscing on the past with a smile, we shall be smiling with him. Will you tell him this?
Word for word.
Thank you. Please look after him for us.
I dare say we have all the good wishes we can carry. Let us be on our way.
Her heart laid bare, Rain appears to be at peace again. Well, I suppose it's time. Are you ready, Akali? Alright, let's not keep the others waiting. I did not expect such a rousing farewell from the people. It was the very thing my spirits needed. Now all that remains is to return to the source. The 12 know we have made Kryl and Tatar worry long enough. Angelo stands ready to work his magic on our souls. In the spirit of solidarity, I bid you carry the vessels as if your life depended on it. How many times have we few assembled thus in this storage chamber? Many and more, I think. Were the Exarch standing before us, the scene would be complete. Nay, 'twould be complete were he standing before us with Emmett Selk smirking in the wings. You get it. I respect you, Urianger. Thank you, Thancred. I'll treasure it. Since we can't take our worldly goods with us, I want you to have my gunblade. Use it or sell it, it's all the same to me. So long as it serves you in some way, I will be satisfied. Oh. I hope we see her again someday. And she's a little gunblade. A little gunbreaker. Oh, Reed. There you are. I take it you are ready for your journey? The spirit vessels are primed and our company complete. At a word from you, we shall begin. Upon beginning the soul imbuing ritual, several cutscenes will play in a sequence. It is recommended that you set aside sufficient time to view these scenes in their entirety. Begin the soul imbuing ritual and return to the source with your comrades. Very good. I shall distribute the vessels at once.
All right, then. Pray proceed as instructed, beginning with your memories.
The first step is complete, and all appeareth to be in order.
Well, that just leaves our souls, then. We're in your hands, Angelo.
It is done! The vessels have received both their memories and their souls. I hereby entrust them to your care. They belong to you now. Just be sure to guard them well, yes?
This will work, won't it?
Our theories have held thus far, but I make no promises about what is to come. Even the greatest mages in history knew better than to transport a soul across the rift. We, my dear, are in unknown territory. Prepare as we might, we cannot account for all possibilities, and it is in such circumstances that accidents are wont to occur. Yet miracles do happen, so let us pray and will our friends home.
I won't stop praying until I know they're safe.
All safely stowed away? I do hope so. All that remains then is to step into the mirror. Go now, and safe travels.
did it? Are we?
We're home.
Oh, you're back. You're back. You're all back.
Thank you. My body feels like a sack of potatoes, but otherwise, I've never felt better. That said, I doubt any of us will be fit to travel for some while. May we leave the rest to you?
The vessel beareth our comrade's blood. With it in thy possession, the way will surely open before thee.
What? But you've only just got here.
Tataru, might I trouble you to brew us all a pot of your special tea? Ah, and we may require an extra cup.
Yours is a long road, my friend, and it stretches onto places beyond imagining. With your every step, these grand adventures shall grow more distant and faint. And there may come a day when you forget the faces and voices of those you have met along the way. On that day, I bid you remember this. That no matter how far your journey may take you, you stand where you stand by virtue of the road you walked to get there. For in times of hardship, when you fear you cannot go on, the joy you have known, the pain you have felt, the prayers you have whispered and answered, they shall ever be your strength and your comfort. This I hope, I believe, here at memory's end.
What is it, Alize? Are you all right? Do you still feel under the weather?
Physically, I couldn't be better. Thanks to Kryle's ministrations, I'm already looking forward to our next fight. But seriously, don't you have anything to say about that?
No less impressive than our garments. You've outdone yourself, Tataru.
To give credit where it's due, I had help from a certain fiery pixie who visited me in my dreams. They gave me all the information I needed to get the details just right. For your weapons, though, I needed a lot more help. Thankfully, our favourite heads of state were happy to place their finest craftsmen at my exclusive disposal. Oh, and speaking of the Alliance leaders, they all expressed their unreserved elation at your safe return, and promise to come and see you in person as soon as they can.
They really needn't have gone to such trouble. But we'll be keeping these gifts all the same. Do pass on our gratitude.
I realise we haven't taken up new martial arts, nor have I ever been one to set much store by appearances. But I can't help feeling a certain lack of, I don't know, personal development.
I quite understand. But as you observed, the others had the more pressing need. Rest assured, our turn will come.
They're in their old clothes. They didn't even get to keep their new clothes.
If I expend any more ether, I swear I will blink out of existence. I need a bite to eat. Tataru, a cup of tea, if you would be so kind. And something sweet.
By Mistress Kryle's exhausted state, may I assume that the ward hath been restored?
Indeed. We succeeded in weaving it anew, albeit at a slightly diminished potency than when I had Becklug's assistance. It is no cause for concern, though. The tower is not easily reached, never mind breached. And even should some few succeed, their presence won't escape my notice.
Excellent. Said duty thus discharged, thou art free to go wheresoever thy fancy taketh thee. Upon which note, hast thou perchance come to a decision? The offer remaineth open.
Well, if you're certain that's what you... I mean, if you think I... Right. I accept. Henceforth, I shall count myself a scion of the Seventh Dawn. Grahatia, at your service. When I was a boy, many long years ago, I yearned to stand tall as the heroes of Eld. But, like a fool seeking to pluck the stars from the heavens, my every attempt to reprise their deeds fell short.
Help! Somebody help! Hippogriffs! Hippogriffs on the rampage! A giant flock of them! Please, we need help!
I could do with a little rampage myself.
What? Now wait, just a... Here we go again.
I will join the fray when I've finished my tea.
Thus did the Avatar of Destruction descend, and in her wake leave naught but tears and ash.
And then, one day, an all but forgotten dream from my youth stood before me, in the flesh.
I would never take the stairs to that building. I would simply jump off the balcony. No, I would just like fall ungracefully and break my ankles. Make that crunchy sound when you hit the ground that hard. Take 5,000 damage.
So it was that a new adventure began.
The memory of a dying world's end. Night after night. And I thought it but a tired old dream.
I say, I knew that securing the palace would provide your radiance with depressingly little sport, but that you should fall asleep out of boredom. Splendid. Truly splendid. And my own preparations, you will be pleased to hear, proceed apace. Oh, yes. They proceed very well indeed. Frighteningly so. And we owe it not least of all to this singularly useful body I chanced to find. With the Populares now all but destroyed, it will be the simplest of tasks to discredit their groundless assertions that I met with a grisly end. And as the very much alive Lord of House Brutus, I have a vast fortune at my disposal. Ah, money! Money, money, the great motivator. There is simply no better way to move men and expedite plans than with its alluring glint. Would you not agree? But wait, were we not acquainted, you and I? Should our familiarity cause you distress, I beg your forgiveness.
What did you say your name was?
Xenos, please.
Oh, a dagger through my heart, that my deepest desire should forever remain unfulfilled, to live unrecognized, to die forgotten. Oh. So it goes. Whatever this flesh may have been before, it serves only as a vessel now. And I, faithful Fandaniel, labor only to advance my lord's ambitions. Speaking of which, with the palace in our hands, we may now proceed with the next phase of the plan. But how very odd. Despite all our havoc wreaking, old Elidibus did not deign to appear. Dare I hope that the last of the unsundered is gone? Imagine it! Bound no more by the shackles of mouldering memories of damnable duty, free at last to live for the moment!
I hate this little fucking weasel.
Your radiance. But give the word, and I shall go forth and prepare for you your hunting ground.
That which awaited was a fell beast. Ferocious, ravenous, remorseless.
Do as you will. It has been too long, my friend, and insufferably dull in your absence. When you return to me, you will share everything. Every blow will be a story unto itself. Every triumph, every kill. Rest assured, we shall have a fitting stage for our reunion. Oh yes, to reprise that transcendent moment, I will set this world ablaze. And we shall dance before the pyre.
The beast shall kindle the flames of the apocalypse. Into its domain shall the hero set forth for the final chapter in the tale of this star.
So what'd you think about all that? Fucking hell. He did, like, there was so much of him that was, like, very similar to what Emmett Silk had done when we first had seen him. But just, like, worse. Yeah. Did you recognize who he was? Originally? Okay. Asachi, who was so so into Xenos, and Xenos did not have an idea of who that was. Which I think is Xenos that sat through that whole cutscene the exact same way I sat through that whole cutscene the first time I watched it, and I was like, okay. and Van Daniel just kept going and going and going, and then when it was over, do you know what fucking somebody said to me after that cutscene was over? Damn, Daniel, back at it again. I was so fucking mad. Damn, Van Daniel, back at it again. Ugh. Isn't... Ugh. Yeah, he introduced himself to Xeno saying, hey, you want to kill Zodiac? Get in the car. We're gonna go kill Zodiac. So that is something we will learn through the patches, the rest of the patches, as we start officially the Endwalker prologue with patches 5.4 and 5.5. I don't want to talk to you, fucking Grahatia. Thanks to your reports, I had known that all was well on the source, but there is no relief like seeing our comrades again with my own eyes. If possible, I should like to thank Istinian in person for the help he lent us while we were away, but it seems he has not been heard of from as of late. Such is his way. Well, until such time as we meet again, I shall ever pray for his well-being, and take the absence of tidings as a good sign, as I do with our friends in the first. While things are quiet, I think I'll move my body around some more. Need to get used to the new tricks I learned from the first. To that end, I'll round up Hori and his crew for a spot of sparring. Oh, and Graha too. In my capacity as his senior, I'm obliged to train him as well. I am told Rahat shed some of his tenseness as he had as the Crystal Exarch. If you ask me, he's more relaxed than he's ever been. Why, the Raha of old would leap down from a high place just to make a dramatic appearance. Something someone did in some epic or other, and Elfino wasn't so different. Still, I'm glad to have them back, safe and sound, boyish insecurities and all. Everyone likes the garments I prepared for them. The time I spent polishing my skills wasn't in vain. In case you're wondering, Grahatius is an outfit suited for traveling, while his weapon uses a piece of the Crystal Tower as the focus. Brilliant, right? Now, I know we probably shouldn't go around clipping off bits of Alagon relics, but it was just one little piece. The gang's back together. The Archons have scarcely returned, and already Sister is at it again. However this plays out, I pity the newcomer. When I was tasking with holding the fort, the silence of this place was unnerving at times. Strange to say that it is amidst the ceaseless clamor that I feel most at peace. Hear, hear, brother! If Graha is skilled in all forms of combat, as they say, we must train hard to keep up. Are they nearly a full party? Tank, 2 healers, and a mage, and a bard. So they're missing, they're missing a tank and a melee. Two melee and a tank. Not only have the Archons returned to us, but a capable new comrade has joined the fold besides. Their presence shall inspire us to ever greater heights. They're smitten with the newcomer, the both of them, but I won't let them come between us. If he were to join us, on the other hand. This girl's thirsty. She's like, what's one more boy in the bed? Rio! We've been receiving some worrying intelligence on the Empire, but with the place in shambles as it is, it's taken longer than usual to verify the facts. I suggest you rest up in the meantime. Oh yeah, we gotta finish this, but we won't take the new one. Oh, you're back! Tell me, Akali, do you think I was excessively familiar earlier, in my tone and mannerism? I thought it better to be familiar than formal if we are to be comrades, but now I worry may have detracted from the gratitude and respect I harbor for everyone. Perhaps I might consider it a nod to my regrettably less than humble beginnings. Yes, that will do. Being free to live as one pleases is not without its challenges. In a way, it was easier when I had a mission that consumed my every waking moment. It provided me with a focus, a constant push in a singular direction. By the way, was casting spells always so draining? I had quite forgotten what it was like to do it without the tower. I've rarely felt so exhausted. Or hungry. Yet, if all I did was bend the bow, I would be of limited use to you on your adventures, so I shall persevere. Whoever I might have been before, I am a scion now, and an experienced scion at that. A green initiate, eager to learn how best to contribute to the cause, that he might follow in the footsteps of his inspiration. Oh, Graha, what level do you start off as a trust companion? This is very important. Please tell me. Oh. Oh, he starts at 80. Fuck yes, I don't have to level him. So on Kaz I have all my trust NPCs leveled, but... Oh, that's just typical Catboy bullshit. Their heads are like pins. Alright, so normally I would let you decide what we're going to do, but we're going to do the near raid first. And that will be, we want to go to Stiltide. If only because I think the Sapphire singular duty is going to give you some trouble. If only because it gave me some trouble. And a lot of other people I know. You have to do it. Oh, I want to ride the whale. Wow. Get fucked. I won't. They're always like, me, I need a ride. I don't say that. So sassy. You so sassy. The Digsite Chief would have you be an active participant in Korma's carnival. Lolly, I knew you'd be here sooner or later, ho! You remember the carnival I told you about, don't you? Well, we've finished preparing, which means it's nearly time to open celebrations with the unfurling of the banners. But first, we'll need an officially sanctioned bearer to present said banners to 3 or 4 people. And why not let you do the honors? Others are clamoring for the tasks, make no mistake. It's an important and highly coveted duty, you understand, but I couldn't deprive you of this opportunity to experience Gog culture hands-on. Consider it a thank you for keeping Anog and Konog from blowing themselves up. And look sharp, we haven't got all night. Are you ready for carnival? Carnival! Carnival! Monorail! Ah, the colors of Korma. They speak of our village, our lives, our very souls. Except this one. Never really cared for this one. Looks like it tripped halfway through the journey from beige to yellow and fell in a ditch. Time already? Oh, my hands are so sweaty. Do take care now. I'd hate to be the one that drops the banner. Whew, well done. Let's share a drink once it's safely unfurled, eh? Carnival is our way of showing appreciation for each other, and I certainly appreciate you keeping this banner from slipping away like a greased eel. So the role of bearer went to the outsider after all. Nothing you can't handle, I hope. It's not that I think the chief made a poor choice, mine. Bit of a waste, yes, but there's no better way for you to introduce yourself to the rest of the village. And when you know it, you're not so bad. Finished, have you? Hopefully speaking with those folks helped impress upon you that this wasn't just a menial errand anyone could have done. No, the slightest mishap in the banner delivery process could have spelled disaster, you hear? Now without further ado, let the carnival begin! Critique. Oh, my favorite. The only way I would eat cheese is as a block. No need to stand there waiting for someone to give you more work to do. Go and witness the fruits of our labors. Revel, frolic, etc. If you need a task that badly, you can set yourself to working up an appetite. I expect you to partake heartily of our traditional cuisine, not to mention the drinks. Stones, spare me these menial tasks. If I see one more streamer... Why, if it isn't a collie, and run absolutely ragged with tedious carnival duties, no doubt. It is indeed my solemn duty to eat my weight in carnival food. Eating? Are you mad? There's no time for that. We've got a key to activate. All of this festival nonsense has been an unnecessary distraction, but Kanak and I did manage to make some real progress while the chief wasn't looking. If you want the details, and I know you do, you'll have to meet us at the usual place. The last thing we need is half the village drunkenly eavesdropping. No more carnival for us. You gotta eat. I know, we promised we'd eat our weight in carnival food. Ooh, you're more so pretty at night. All the lights coming out of it. You supposedly can see Amaranth lights when it's super late. Like, you can see the Tempest glowing from underneath. It might not be dark enough for that. And I also don't know if that's true. That's just what I've been told. We haven't got to the part where Anog and I argue yet, and I'm already knackered. There you are. Let's review our work, shall we? Doubtless you've forgotten some significant detail. As hopefully even you will recall, we required a source of energy to restore functionality to 2P. We obtained said source in the form of a Knocker's crystalline carapace, though the transference of energy from crystal to key proved a challenge. Nothing that Kanag and I, in my infinite wisdom, couldn't handle, however. You'll find your faith in us well rewarded. The key is now fully powered and, as far as we can tell, functional, so I dare say we'll soon be capable of smiting our enemies with the press of a button. Or we would be, if we had the first clue how to operate the blasted thing. Indeed, it seems the key is a more complicated device than we anticipated. Thus far, we have succeeded only in making it display a series of strange glyphs. We presumed these to be the pod for translation, of course, but we cannot make the heads nor tails of its terminology, no matter how many times we prompted to explain. The androids appear to have an intuitive, or at least faintly honed grasp of technology, so I have no doubt 2P would know, but... she's shown no signs of miraculously awakening, that's for certain. You, Pod, can 2P be revived? Analyzing android repair sequence. Error detected. Confirming details. Damage to initial mechanism detected. Proposal. Replace the damaged part. So with a replacement part, repair is possible. I dare say facilitating the process would prove more efficient than continuing our own fruitless experimentation with the key. I would hardly call wandering the factory for days on end with the barest idea of what sort of part we're looking for efficient. So unless our friend here just happened to stumble upon a room full of android corpses ripe for the harvesting... Oh yeah, the corpse room. That's a thing. Odd, but superlative. You will take us there at once. We'll bring Pod, too. It can tell us if any of the androids still have the part we need. Onward! You know, the corpse room. With the corpses? The one filled with corpses. The corpse room. Oh yeah, the corpse room. Yeah. No, it can only take you backwards. I know. The corpse room is a distance, but not like... It's not like we're going to the end of the raid. This is neat, because I've always wanted to, like, walk through the raid dungeons and whatnot. I would say that this one could have used the teleporter, though. I want to say they fixed that in the next one, but... This is good, and I don't want to condemn it or anything, but it could be slightly better. It is a tiny bit tedious to run through this over and over again. Missed it completely. He was never technically summoned to the first. He was just a specter of light that was immediately, presumably defeated, when Elizabeth sent him here. Not that I'm eager to take part in an android, but how do we do that? Tactical support units are authorized to recover android parts and carry out replacement and repair operations. A look inside the androids and a giant step towards our ultimate goal. By the way, where are we going? The corpse room. Over here, is it? Canog, Pod, stop dallying. I had to type in Anog's name. Did you also? Okay. I'm wondering where the discrepancies are, so. How disturbing! The color of their garb is different, but they do appear to be of the same make as 2P. Which means which means, ghoulish or not, we can make use of them. This is truly excellent, Canog. My understanding is that the pod should be able to salvage the correct part and initiate the repairs. Let's see. The more we learn about the android's technology, the more fascinating and unnerving it becomes. Who could have possibly created this? Part compatibility confirmed. Must be instructed every single time. Go on, Pod. Fix 2P. Did it work? What was I saying? I hope that the part replacement won't result in memory loss. We have too many unanswered questions. The glee in Anag's eyes at the sight of Tupi's awakening could only be born of keen self-interest. It would not be wise to keep her waiting. Mwahaha! Sweet success! Let's not waste any more time about it. Tupi, do you remember what happened? I was damaged in combat, and you brought me here. And then you wildly inconvenienced us by dying on the table, yes. Fortunately for you, we were clever enough to pick up Pod here, and by the fact that we're having this conversation, I assume it succeeded in repairing the damage. I see. Did you locate the key as I instructed? Despite how little information we had to go on, we did. It's fully operational as far as we can tell. So, can you use it? An earthquake! Everyone outside now! The mountain! What happened to the mountain? This isn't necessary. They're little mining dwarves. This isn't. Oh no, look! Chupi, no, there's too many! Worried for me? Don't be. What is the meaning of this? It means that your assistance is no longer necessary. Oh. Have it your way then. See this world to its end. I know I worried, but I thought she was our friend. And who are you? Is your dress about to turn white? Because if so... I am Yorha, number 2, Type B unit. You may call me 2B. I am here to destroy the androids in white. We can discuss this later. Right now, we've got to stop 2P. You ready to do a raid? Okay, I believe everything in this raid that we find will be better than what we are currently wearing. So if something for you drops, grab it and put it on. Let me see. In the fights, you're going to get red circles around you. Those are going to be tank busters. Those are for you specifically. If you, so let people get away from you. Don't try so hard to move away. Because you might just end up getting people killed. The exception being, you're going to have, like, it's a square sort of thing around you. It'll kind of wiggle and whatnot. That one you should probably move out of the way because it creates a big laser beam. So just make sure you don't wiggle too much so that people who are trying to get away from you don't beef it. But also, like, if you're standing in the middle of a bunch of people, you should probably move. But I don't think there's any ads that you need to grab specifically. Though there is one boss that you will have to tank. Group A. We're in Group A, so we want to go over here. You can fall off the edge, so be careful. Don't start the fight yet. Put your tank stance. Oh, you have your tank stance on it? Okay. You need to have aggro for your section, so. That's your tank buster? Just go a little bit away from all of us. There you go. Yeah, when you see stuff like that, just make sure you put on, like, Rampart and all your fun tank stuff. Alright, one of these is gonna be a fake, so come over here with me. This one will be fake. These are gonna stop spinning eventually. Don't. There you go. That's what happens if you don't get away. If you get hit by those. Get off the blue. Go. Bye. You're gonna, yeah, I'm gonna grab you. Grab the ad behind us. Don't worry about it, hun. Back with me. My man just stood in that laser beam. Alright, so you wanna come and find the safe spots in this circle? Then we're gonna be right here. If it makes it easier for you, you can mark me as your focus target, and so you can follow my little rod. I'm just trying to help you. There you go. So now I have a little marker, and where I go, you should also go. For mechanics and stuff. We're hoping that person moves, but they look like they want to stand in the middle and cause problems. So that's what we're gonna do. I believe this will be... Oh no. Back over here. We got time. Don't worry. Okay, over here. There you go. You got time. You got more time than you think. Move over here. Immediately start going back. Yeah, if you go too early, you're gonna get slapped. Move again, just a little bit. Move again, just a little bit. It's okay. Yeah, you can take a little slap. Don't feel bad. Our whole alliance got beamed immediately, so. Boots for me, boots for me. Oh! No, yeah, you were actually safe where you were, but where I was safe was too, and I was like, oh, okay, and then you were already, like, I could see, like, you stopped in the middle for, like, just a second, and, like, you were like, ah, shit. So what you're going to want to do is you're going to want to grab one of these big ads, and you're going to want to interrupt it. You're A, so this one over here will be yours. But you want to bring them all into the middle anyway, but make sure you mostly have the big one, and that you interrupt it when it starts doing... Oh, I'll let you know when you should interrupt it. It's gonna have an attack bar that does a little wiggle. That you interrupt. There you go. Very good. If you didn't interrupt that, if anyone didn't interrupt their thing, we all would have been given a lot of damage and paralysis. That went insanely smooth. So you're gonna... So this is where you're gonna tank it. Follow me. You're gonna grab the boss, and you want to tank it right here. Yep. But you do not have aggro. Provoke it if you need to. There you go. You always want to have your back towards all the other alliances, so we have more room to do stuff. It's also safer because you can... We're gonna get line stack markers that can kill other alliances if we're not careful. Yep. Thanks for chopping on that meat. Chopping that meat, asshole. So here, this is what I'm saying. By doing it that way, you risk you risk your party not beating other alliances, which is all you can fucking ask for in this one. Follow the party. I needed to go res. Ooh. That's your tank buster? Mitigate? Very good. So stand where I do. Over here. It's super safe. And then up here. Just a little bit, and you will be good. And just make sure you turn the boss back around. There you go. Yep, it's okay. We got plenty of time. So we want to be over here. They are going to show a laser. So we want to stand on this side first. You have to have very quick reaction time. So stay here. You're going to stay here twice. 1, 2, move. There you go. And then we run back to our spot. That's your tank buster. Very good. Stack marker. I think if you had stayed where you were, you would have also got hit by the other team's tank buster. But I can't say for sure. stand where, follow me. You want to be right here. And then scoot up. Easy. Buster. Very good. I don't think this boss will be ready to fight in 3. Oh, maybe. Doing a good job. Oh, it's hard. When there's mechanics that push you off constantly and you're brand new to the fight. You're just a little boy. Alright, this is the fight I was talking about that will give you, like, it's a weird looking tank buster that will shoot a laser at you. I doubt you'll be able to actually, well, if you're, no, if you want, no, your main tank, I assume someone will eventually pull it off of you, but just, this boss jumps around a lot, so you don't need to worry about turning it away. Come with me, over here. Oh, I fucked you up real bad, I'm sorry. Now move. That's your tank buster. Stay exactly where you are. If people die, that is literally their fault. Just make sure you mitigate it. Yeah, back against the wall is the best thing you can do. Yeah, I'm gonna hang out with you. Don't worry. Aside, that's the thing that you just got hit by is the only thing that will cleave. So the boss is going to jump around and do whatever he wants, so all you have to do is kind of follow him. Those are bad. They're kind of new to look at. They are bad. 3, 2, 3. Get to the boss. He's gonna shoot balls. Just be aware. Or he's gonna shoot balls out of the wall. So if you want to stand kind of... Well, it doesn't matter. Don't spin the boss too much. Just keep an eye out for balls. Yeah, move as needed. They have a bigger hitbox than they appear. There we go. This will be kind of hard to pay attention to because you're main tanking, but you'll see the screens, they all say 30, like 0, or 03. That's how you know what kind of AoE they're going to do. Yeah, so you want to be over here. But that's how you know what kind of AoE they're doing. Next one's going to be 010. And you want to get in between the two monitors. So like right here. Yeah, and you have more space than the last one. So you want to get on one of these pads, and make sure you do get on one of those so that somebody can hit the boss. Yo, just mitigate if you feel like you're in danger, but don't do anything, like, don't move unnecessarily. Scared. Scared. Frightened. That's your tank buster, mitigate, real good. Yeah, no, yeah, that follows. Yeah, that is the correct reaction. It's because we killed one of those androids. This thing? The girl on the screen? Or do you mean the girl with the plus? Oh, she was guiding people where to go. Just do your best. doing a good job, Miss Q. Only one whole step. There's people that just eat those anyway, so they don't care. You can get up to like 8. I think they max out at 8. People are being like constantly like, don't forget about the people that need to watch cutscenes. So it sounds like there's a bunch of new beans in here. Unit 2P process termination confirmed. No, wait. In. Away from the laser beams that it's giving off? You can go on the side. Yeah, you're good though. Keep an eye on the... Okay, so we want to be over here. So we want to be in the center of both these balls. is gonna be, we're gonna go out, very far out, farther than you think. Hey. You made it. I didn't think you would. Alright, and then get away from where she's slicing, so we want to go a little bit, like, kind of behind her. There you go. In. So we want to go to the ones with sparks. So you see this little electric spark? Those are usually where we want to go. Now we go in. Stack together. She's gonna keep knocking us back, so walk up a little bit after you get slapped. Those are tank busters, so mitigate. Oh. Oh, did Tama fuck you up? No problem. But watch out for people with numbers. She's gonna like swing and jump at them. So just as long as you don't get hit by like one of those crazy things. So she's gonna hit 3 and 4 next. Got hit by 4. That's right. In. And then run to a corner. Want to stand in these? Only one person needs to stand in them. But they all need to be filling. If yours is moving away with a spark, you go to that one. Some of them. So we need to find the safe spot. Safe spot is where I am, if you want to follow. Oh, no, that's not going to be the safe spot. Fuck, I screwed up. I'm really sorry. I didn't see the one. I lied. I usually am really good. You usually don't see that anymore, and I always want to, because I love reading it, and then I screwed it up. Screwed. I know. Damn, you have been unlucky in terms of, like, getting things for you. I'm real sorry. Oh, I got 2 bees. Did you win anything? Oh, nice. That's okay. You can sell the one for MGP. Yeah, don't throw it away. That's worth a bunch of MGP. Well, over 1,000. You did a very good job. I'm sorry no gear drops for you. I feel really bad about it. Yeah, 450. You're in dire need of some new pants and some new accessories. We'll get there. It's not too big of a concern. But you did a very good job. I was wrong. So wrong. I made you go along with my decisions. I put everyone in danger. Anog. I'm the one who let the conflict spread this far. Blaming yourselves is unnecessary. Forgive me, but you seem so similar to 2P, and we still don't really understand either of you. Are you truly our ally? I can't be certain. All I know is that I was damaged in a battle with the machine lifeforms, and then I was here. Your world is very different from where I was. I don't know my coordinates, and I can't contact command. I just followed the explosions. Let's approach this from a different angle then. What are the machine lifeforms, and why were you fighting them? The machine lifeforms are weapons created by aliens from beyond the stars. As part of Yorha, my mission is to reclaim the planet from these invaders. Alien invaders? Never mind. What about 2P? As an android, does she not belong to this Yorha as well? No, she is a copy, built by the machine lifeforms, probably to fight Yorha specifically. We also retrieved another android, a boy. If he's still with you, I would like to see him. Very well. Can't make things any worse. A new section. Can we find stuff now? That I don't know, actually. Oh yeah, so we can go and look around in here now. There's 11 things to grab. The first one's like right here. Two. No, not 3. I've not found 3. definitely feel like I have missed stuff. Especially because I'm at 2. A 3. This is 2B's room that you can go into. 5. I think now, nope, there's one over there. 8. Nine. I'm missing 2. I'm at the end of the road. There will definitely be at least one over here. It is... It is duty, no, and collection. And then, it's the portable archive. Oh, big oofs. Oh, at least there's one over here. 10. Crap. Yeah, I'm missing 1. Oh, then you would have 11, right? Fuck. Then where did I miss 1? Because I'm only at 10. Make sure you're not counting one that you're not supposed to be, by the way. Go. 1, 2, 3, 4. Because the... Yeah, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Oh, 11. Oh, I do have 11. Is that true? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Hold on. I'm worried about my ability to count. I don't remember catching the tattered flyer. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. Oh, I do have 11. I just don't know how to count. Never mind then. I don't think I got the tattered flyer. Tattered flyer looks like it counts for both. Anyway, I will read these now. Unidentified expedition log 1. Oh no, I was reading. These are the factory ones. Okay, here we go. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 9. Oh, I do only have 10. Okay, yeah, I'm missing one. I was counting the copied factory and not the puppet's bunkie. So where? I feel like it's up here somewhere. Oh yeah, I feel like I missed it up here. Because I only have 10. See, this is where I definitely thought I missed one. It doesn't look like it. What's the list of... Yeah, what are the names of all the ones you have? Okay. Yorha? Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. That's the one I'm missing. Damn. It's gotta be in the bunker somewhere. I think I only got 3. There was one in here, which I got. Didn't see anything in the hangar. I should have looked harder in the hangar though. I got the 1 and 2B's room. There was one at the desk. Yeah. I got that. I got that one. Mm-hmm. Oh, that's where it is. Gosh darn it. I don't know, I thought it was solid for some reason. Like there was no going behind it. I hacked it. Good eye. I want out of here. Oh, please don't wake. Okay, I was like, please don't make me run all the way down the hallway. There we go. Alright, now I will read them. On the operation of Yorha units. Yorha units are produced in a variety of models. Each model is distinguished by an alphabetical abbreviation indicating its area of specialization, such as B for combat optimized battle models, or S for analytical scanner models, operating as strategists. The bunker was designed as a base for exclusive use by the Yorha forces. As such, it serves as the organization's maintenance facility, as well as a site for the research and development of anti-machine lifeform weaponry. Yorha Unit Report 1. I encountered a strangely evolved machine lifeform in an expedition territory. Not only were its construct parts markedly distinct, it overall bore a great resemblance to humanity than to its brethren. Yorha Unit Report 2. It is possible that the machine lifeforms can evolve in response to their circumstances. If so, we must immediately revise our combat strategy to include appropriate precautions when engaging, and we will need to probe deeper. There is still far too much about the machines that we do not know. Saved Machine Lifeform Data 1. Life in the factory is boring. Not just for me. I see more and more of the other machines skipping shifts. We spend the time watching the combat training, though it is not our job. Is this what humanity refers to as fun? Saved Machine Lifeform Data 2. Those of us who learn to have fun are trying more and more things. Some are even learning to reconstruct their own bodies. Strange. Recently I have been enjoying fishing and discarded data from computers. Saved Machine Lifeform Data 3. I found an interesting file when I was fishing for data the other day. It described the reproductive act. Our bodies do not require these functions. What does humanity gain from them? Saved Machine Lifeform Data 4. Maybe the act of giving birth is in some way special. Maybe it is not the same as when we build more of ourselves. Do we have the capacity to give birth to anything? If we did, would it change something for us? White-garbed Yorha Unit's data log. The self-consciousness data for Yorha Unit 210 was discovered on a bunker server. The operator presumably uploaded it as an emergency backup due to immediate danger. With this data, it may be possible to simulate 210's consciousness to take control of the defense systems and peripherals. This file will be shared with the other currently deployed units. Saved message history. Regarding the laundering of the standard issue attire, all clothing issued by Yorha must be turned in for washing on the appropriate day as detailed below. Late laundry will not be accepted. Combat attire. Upon return from deployment, accepted through the following morning. Civilian attire every Sunday. Leaving one's clothes on the floor will result in a reprimand. Longing. Suffering is born of something. Sadness is born of something. Joy is born of something. Yet I, who was born to give birth, have never known suffering, nor sadness, nor joy. From what is a soul, a true soul, not a synthetic one, really born. There you go. I hope you learned something. Thank you. I know, it's all like... It probably doesn't make a whole lot of sense if you have it neared. To think he was on our side after all. We hid him where 2B wouldn't know to look. Follow me. He's been out of operation since we brought him here. S. My duty is to annihilate the machine lifeforms. For that, I require the assistance of 9S. We must revive him. Fortunately, we have some experience with this sort of thing. What do you say, Anog? I'm certain everyone could use a rest before we proceed. A lot has happened, and we should take time to think things through. Let me do a quick double check to see how far we should go with this quest. Sounds like we are done for the moment. What's your quest? Crime and Punishment. Crime and Punishment sounds like next patch, if I remember correctly. Final Fantasy 14. .3. Alright, excellent to know. We can take this. Konog would attend to simpler matters before embarking on any further missions relating to unfathomable technology and the applications thereof. Come to think of it, none of us ever did get the chance to enjoy the carnival. It's possible everyone is still carrying on with it. I've never known a few explosions to dampen their spirits before. Still, I might go and check on them. Coming, Anog? Fine. What's with all that noise? I suppose there's only one way to find out. Do you think they're still partying after everything that happened, Miss Q? It was only a few explosions. It's loud. It sure is, 2B. I think people are mad. Please, we didn't mean for any of this to happen. Why me? Them things came from right here. Saw it with my own 2 eyes. And that's like that. I swear it on my granddad's grave. Didn't like that. Didn't like that at all. No, ma'am. The village is in shambles. My house may as well be a pile of kindling. Always knew those brats were up to something. This is what I was afraid of. Will you all oh, beg your pardon. A bit preoccupied with my duties at the moment. Please calm down. It's a complicated situation, and even we are not fully... We ain't here for your excuses. Just admit it. This is all your fault. You let those things in through the tunnels. They knew you, and look what they did to the place. We don't care about the whys and the wherefores. We want to know how you plan to make amends. We'll do everything we can, I swear, but... I don't think this is going anywhere good. The village is still in danger. No one wants to hear it from me, though. Please, can you speak to Elder Glag and make him understand? And who might you be? Haven't seen your face around here before. Or have I? I misplaced my spectacles some time ago. No matter, I'm here to investigate, not conversate. As the eldest elder, it falls to me to determine the truth of the rumors surrounding this disaster. The problem being, of course, that everyone here is stubborn as a diamond ingot, and they all insist they know what's true, though you can be sure half of them are up to their eyeballs in ale at any given time. I need a second opinion, a somber opinion. Here, let me smell your breath. You'll do. Speak with the villagers, and think well on who has the right of it, and then I'll hear what you have to say. This'll be Anog's fault, you hear? That girl never had an ounce of prudence. If only she were more like her brother. She ought to have left that machine graveyard well enough alone, but she insisted on barging anyway, heedless of all the danger. That's what happened, mark my words, and Anog had better answer for it. I didn't do it. Oh, Anog and Kanog, you say? Yeah, they did it. It was them. And you? I heard you followed along. I followed Anog into the machine graveyard. Heard it with my own 2 ears, I did. Everyone knows it too, so you better be prepared to pay. You want to know what I think? We're doomed! 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 Anog, you could have saved us from those things. I just know it. There ain't no way a clever girl like her would have found a way to fight them. If only that brother of hers wasn't always holding her back. Wait, you're an outsider, ain't you? Don't worry, I don't blame you. I can see you're the sort what knows how to take control of a situation. I'm sure you supported Anog as best you could. You're the collaborator. Well, don't think you can come crying to me now that it's all gone wrong. It's plain as day Anog's the type to charge in without a care of who she might be getting mixed up in her troubles, and her brother ain't much better. Lolly, I knew we'd end up here someday, ho. It's hard to know where to place the blame. I understand why you followed along with Anog's plan, but if you had all just been a little more careful. What do you think, Miss Q? Who's to blame? But who do you think's to blame? Who are we gonna pin the blame on? I don't know. So, the fools still can't agree on which way is up. Wish I was surprised. I don't think we do, Peg. I was just trying to see. I was like, who are you gonna blame? Let's try putting it to a vote, eh? Maybe the ones pretending to know more about the matter than they really do will think twice about making asses of themselves so publicly. Can none of you stitch your beards for half a moment? I'm asking you to raise your hands in an orderly fashion. This is hopeless. We're not getting anything useful from them. I'm not ruling out that one of these idiots accidentally has the right of it, but in your sober judgment, who's to blame? If you still ain't sure, you can try talking to everyone again, though I can't say I recommend it. Just make sure you don't take any detours past the ale casks until this is settled. Oh, we do have to pick. Still passably sober, I see? Have you come to a conclusion? What are you gonna pick? So, they're not, I understand that they're kids, but they wouldn't, like, listen to anybody. They were constantly told not to come in here. I believe Anak was the one constantly pushing ahead, where Kanog was like, hey, come on. I don't trust this 2P, and stuff like that. They really just kind of went and did what they wanted, and constantly dragged you into it, and we're like, and skipping out on things to constantly come and do this despite everyone telling them not to. I think they're both to blame. What do you think? Yeah? Interesting. I'll take that under advisement. Snitches get stitches. Ahem. Everyone, I stand before you to present my findings regarding culpability and the destruction that has befallen our village. Please wait, it's my... As I've said, blaming yourselves is pointless. This is my doing. It's one of them! Run! Run for your lives! Are you defending us? There's no benefit to petty arguments. Wait! She says that, but I think it was kind of her to intervene. To be... I'm sure she went to check on her friend, the other android, 9S. I'm going to go and talk to her. Well, don't we look like dicks for blaming them both? We kind of look like an asshole. I know, I don't think I was wrong, but we do look like an asshole. I'll try speaking to the others, see if I can't get them to understand that there's more going on here than it appears. It's pointless to fight on your own. I appreciate you stepping in, but I don't want everyone to see you as the enemy. If we go and talk to them now, we can explain. That's not necessary. I'm leaving anyway. This is not over, for us or the machines. What are you thinking, 2B? I'm worried for Anog as well. She hasn't been herself since, well, the betrayal. If she's not here, she's probably drowning herself in work. Come on, we should check on her. She's not here. What is she doing? This isn't the time to be outside alone. We need to find her. If we look around the village, I'll look around the village, but can you search the outskirts? Oh, a nog. I need to turn my chocobo pink. Because I want to. No, she just needs to be pink. Yellow's not good. Maybe? You see no sign of your despondent dwarven friend. Perhaps she wandered further afield. Have you ever experienced any kind of near game before, Miss Q? Okay. This will definitely have a happy ending. You see no sign of your despondent dwarven friend. Perhaps she wandered further afield. Nothing bad would ever happen in a Yoko Taro experience. That is correct. Okay, I believe you. Though you have searched at all of the likely places, Anog is not to be found. Perhaps Kanog has some additional ideas. Don't worry about it. I think I'm going the wrong way. The town doesn't look half bad considering it got bombed. It's a little crispy. But the balloons made it. All the decorations are still here. Anog isn't with you? What do I do? This is all because of us, and I don't know how to find her. I'm not used to being alone. Oh. Well, that's the end of that. That's the end till next patch. We just gotta leave him there. It'll be okay. So, come with me to... We gotta go check on our good friend Gaius Van Belsar. I know. I hate to be so negative, but I hate everything about this storyline. Oh, do you have it? Hold on, I actually don't know who has this quest. Weapon of choice, probably over here. Yeah, there we go. Sleep now in Sapphire. Information relating to the weapon project has been uncovered, and your allies prepared to depart for distant lands. Oh, actually, we need to break party. This is not going to be a trial, it's going to be a duty. Akali, I'm afraid we haven't much in the way of information to share from the front line. We have, however, received word that Gaius wishes to speak with you at Alliance headquarters. I've arranged an escort to take you to headquarters, so when you're ready to depart, speak with my fellow over there. Oops. Oh, I see. Oh, I can't fly. It's so bad. I can fly in every Shadowbringer zone. I cannot fly in the locks. My suffering will never end. Good, you're here. The Ironworks has completed their analysis of the ruby weapon, and Sid Garland wishes to share his findings. I take it you can spare a few moments? Very good. Please wait here while I inform him of your arrival. There's a super big... Oh, I remember that, because we were getting you blue spells and helping you level up Blue Mage, and you didn't have flying there. I was like, how do you not have flying? I dragged you for it. Glad you can make it, Akali. I'm sure you're as anxious as anyone to hear what we've uncovered. Our early hypothesis was proven correct. The Garleans have designed a system whereby a pilot's consciousness can be forcibly supplemented with data based on the memories and experiences of another. So even a rank amateur could obtain the combat abilities of a seasoned warrior? Precisely, and we've learned how this was made possible when we opened the cockpit. The monitors were still operational, and among the messages displayed, one particular phrase caught my attention. Synthetic Orosite System. Which is what, exactly? Well, the core of the ultimate weapon was referred to as the Heart of Sabik by the Ascians. We believe it to have been a type of Orosite. I can't say much for the synthetic sort at this stage, but I've encountered real Orosite before. It was extremely potent, perhaps equal in power to the Heart of Sabik. It's unclear whether the Garlean's Simulacarium possesses the same properties as genuine Orosite, but I intend to follow this avenue of inquiry to see where it leads. What do we know? What we do know is that that it was used to implant the combat data of Nael van Darnus into the pilot, who has been presumed dead since before the calamity. Are you any closer to discovering how they were able to retrieve this data? The link didn't occur to Gaius at first, but he later told me of devices fitted into the Magitech armor of the Empire's high-ranking officers. There is reason to believe that they were designed to emulate soul crystals used throughout Eorzea. Yes, that was rumored to be its true purpose, but it was never publicly acknowledged. Perhaps those in the upper echelons of command wanted to avoid comparisons to the so-called savages they were meant to be conquering. There is also the question of whether the system even functions as intended. From what we've seen, we can assume they were successful in gathering combat data of those wearing armor equipped with the device. If the comparison with soul crystals is valid, perhaps this data was transferred via Aether. However, it seems that it extracted not only memories relating to combat, but the soldier's very essence. As you saw, the pilot succumbed entirely to the will of Van Darnus. Though this is merely supposition, it is possible that being fused with the ruby weapon's core accelerated the process and caused the deceased legatus to manifest in corporeal form. Could it be that the death of the pilot was what caused the system to malfunction? It's hard to say. The ruby weapon itself was still largely intact when it deactivated, which strongly implies that it was the synthetic Orosite running amok that killed her, rather than the damage incurred during the battle. But even after analysis, I'm afraid we still don't have enough information. For now, perhaps we should just consult with Gaius as to our next plan of action. I still need to get to the bottom of how synthetic Orosite system works, and whether the pilot's fusion with the core was a malfunction or planned from the start. Gaius will know how best to proceed. Voladin has come bearing vital information. I traced the ruby weapon's path back to the occupied territory of Werlet, where it appears to be where it was built. My grasp of geography is surprisingly poor. Can you care to enlighten me? They don't even question it. While Alamigo is placed on the western edge of Gimel, Werlet lies on the opposite side to the east. It was once a proud and prosperous city until it was brought to its knees by the Imperial invaders. You seem rather well informed. Perhaps I should have taken you with me. Huh. I thought that much was common knowledge. I will never be good at geography if the clouds are constantly in the way of places I haven't been to via storyline. I'll never learn. It is also where Alphonse and the others were born. And also, the weapon project has brought them home. Yes, the place is now rife with Imperials. They have established an airship supply depot in the coastal town of Turncliffe. According to the locals, something resembling one of the weapons was transported there a few days ago. This bodes ill indeed. Were it possible, I would attempt to capture Alphonse and his followers before they could launch an offensive. However, the distance between here and Turncliffe presents a considerable obstacle, and in all likelihood, their weapons will be ready long before we arrive. Approaching by sea would allow us to save time by circumventing their ground-based troops, provided we are able to secure a vessel. Or you could use the Enterprise and take the most direct route of all, as the crow flies. In fact, this is the perfect chance to put my top-secret plan into action. And might I ask what that entails? It wouldn't be much of a secret if I told you, now would it? What I can say is there's a starring role planned for you, Akali. Why so surprised? You didn't think I'd let you get off that easily, did you? It'll be here soon, so don't go anywhere. I see Sid still the lights and keeping others in suspense. I can only hope he does not make us wait over long. I hate this duty. Here it is, Akali. I present Garland Ironworks' adaptation of the Ultima Warrior, the G-Warrior. I doubt Allegan design. I know Allegan design when I see it. Excavated from one of the ruins, no doubt. As is law, to be precise. We came across it during the course of our investigations and decided it would be a shame to let it go to waste. And you will be taking this refitted relic to face the enemy head-on, yes? Perhaps my knowledge of the ultimate weapon will be of use. I'm counting on it as it happens, but first we'll need to perform a test run in the simulator before throwing you into battle. Come, we haven't much time. begins the G Warriors training simulation. I prepared 3 trials to teach you the basics. First, you want to try attacking the guidance system. Don't worry, it won't fight back. Your weapon, the G Warrior is armed with a range of weaponry. Now's your chance to learn what it's capable of. I did hate it. I did not enjoy myself doing this. It's okay. So far, so good. Let's move on to something a bit more advanced, shall we? The G-Warrior also comes equipped with Pyretic Booster, which diverts even more power to its weapon and increases its speed and maneuverability. This, however, comes at a price. Activating it places a huge strain on the G-Warrior, so it must only be used in short bursts. Now try activating the Pyretic Booster. What number is that? You'll notice that your movement speed is much improved, but as shown on your monitor, the G-Warrior becomes more and more structurally unstable as time passes. To deactivate the Pyretic Booster, press the same button again. Auto restoration can mitigate a certain amount of damage incurred, but don't rely on it to carry you through the battle. Now try using the Pyretic Booster to destroy the targets. Oh, I thought, you know what, that's fine. Excellent work. You'd best deactivate the Pyretic Booster while I explain the final trial. We've covered offense, now to look to defense. This is where the Ethereal Aegis should come in handy. Unfortunately, you can't keep the barrier up indefinitely, as it will drain the G-Warrior's power resources. You might even run out of energy for the weapon, so watch out. First, let's try deploying the Ethereal Aegis. The monitor shows how much power is being drained. Don't let it get too low. That's enough for now. Turn off the barrier by using the same button to deploy it. Unlike before, there's no way to escape its attack, so you'll need to weather the barrier. That's my bad. You're natural. Alright, that's everything. Time to end the simulation. Are you sufficiently prepared? Yeah. Then we shall depart for Turncliffe at once. Seems they were expecting us, but who was the pilot? Golly, we're almost there. Better have your wits about you. I have control. Now get ready to strike. Engage. That sounds awfully familiar. Can't afford to lose. It's all or nothing. Activating Oversoul. We haven't even started yet, dude. Calm down. Hydra's combat sample ready. Initiating organic core overrides. I will be monitoring the situation from the air. Follow my instructions and eliminate the target. My only advice for this fight is do not greed. shot them with my laser. It was a good plan until it wasn't. I'm gonna go. The target has been silenced. Understood. Now that the immediate threat has been dealt with, we should gather what information we can from Turncliffe. Poor sapphire weapon. I like this little town though. You did well to pilot the G-Warrior so adeptly in so short a time, and with the weapon largely intact, Sid and his researchers should be able to gather a wealth of valuable information. Before it is dismantled, perhaps we should take one last look upon our fallen foe. We should have known Father and his friends would track us down sooner or later. Now they're at our doorstep, and the sapphire weapon still isn't ready. Even so, it should be able to fend them off, or at least buy us some time. Not quite how I'd imagined it, but it seems as good a way to die as any. Rex, Rykon, why are you still here? You're supposed to be moving the other weapon to a safe location. You can take care of that while I pilot the sapphire weapon. What are you talking about? I'm the pilot, not you. There's no need to put your life on the line. Besides, it's still incomplete. It can barely perform basic maneuvers, so it'll be practically useless in a real fight. We have a solution. Oversoul. You want to end up like Melissendia? No, of course not. I wouldn't wish that on my worst enemy. But she didn't give up her life in vain. The ruby left a weapon left behind data that's been used to improve the system, to prevent any further malfunctions. What difference does that make? Once Oversoul is activated and the pilot fuses with the core, there's no way back. That's why I should be the one to pilot the sapphire weapon, not you, Rex. Alphonse needs you. You and I both know I'm the least qualified pilot we have. There's less to lose if I don't make it back. No, I won't let you. Please, Rex, hear me out. Ever since we were children, I was the smallest, the weakest, too afraid to stand up for myself. But I had the best brothers and sisters a boy could wish for. And you were always there for me, protected me. Now it's my turn to protect you. Take the other weapons and get out of here. See this through to the end. Do it for me, for Melissendia. I'm counting on you, Rex. You always did have a stubborn streak. Alright, Rickon, I won't let you down. Just promise you'll wait for me on the other side. We'll meet again, brother. You all made me happier than I have any right to be. And now I've finally found my purpose. I have no regrets. Come on, Sapphire. We may be far from perfect, but we have a job to do. Let's give Father something to remember us by. The echo, I presume? What did it reveal to you? Rickon, my poor boy. You were braver than most could ever hope to be. It's as we feared. I'm sorry, guys. I just told you this, though. First Melissendia, now Rakan. We must have the remaining weapons. We must find the remaining weapons and end this madness. tell me the sad story. Tell me, what do you make of Gaius Belsar? I understand the two of you have been acquainted since the days as the Black Wolf. He claims to have shed his pelt when he took up the hunt for Ascians, but he's still the same man deep down. I agree. He certainly kept quiet about having a flock of foster children back in the Empire, though. It seems he would rather bare his teeth to his former masters than allow harm to come to them. Yet try as I might, I cannot make sense of it. Does he truly fight for the good of mankind, as he would have us all believe, or is he merely biding his time before he reveals his true colors? Whatever the answer may be, in the end he will always be a Garlean, and though there may be honorable men and women among them, I have suffered much and more as a result of their conquests, barbaric campaigns in which Gaius Belsar played no small part. My first encounter with the Garleans was 20 years ago, shortly after the fall of Alamigo. They continued their march into the lands that had long been home to we Duskwights. We sought to repel the invaders, but we were woefully unprepared. Our bows and arrows were no match for their magitech, and even our most powerful magics did little to slow their advance. I fought on the front line, but was knocked unconscious in the opening exchange. When I came to, I was alone. The rest of my unit slaughtered. I hurried back to my village to look for my wife and daughter, only to find the place deserted. The search lasted for days, then weeks, then months, and it seemed they had disappeared without a trace. I finally learned from 2 Imperials held at Bittermill that the villagers had been captured and used as test subjects for the poison gas that would be later known as Black Rose. They were never seen again. For 20 long years I roamed aimlessly, with nothing but hatred to keep me alive. I eventually found myself at the order of the Twin Adder, who offered me a place among their ranks. The desire for revenge was the only thing I had left, so without a moment's hesitation, I accepted. Were it not with the war with Garlemald, I would have been loath to work alongside the city-dwelling Garleans, who for so long hated my kind as outcasts. But none of that mattered anymore. It all accumulated with Operation Archon. And as you led the charge into the Praetorium, we were right there behind you. And when the place came crumbling down, most of us were caught in the rubble. I escaped with my life, though many others were less fortunate. Having dragged myself free of the rubble, I sought a way out. It was then that I encountered none other than Gaius Belsar, on the verge of death. The gods had delivered me the man whose conquests had robbed me of everything. I was poised, ready to exact my revenge, and then he spoke. I will not beg for mercy. I only ask that you stay your hand a while longer. I cannot die until I rid the world of the Ascian menace. For millennia mankind has danced to their tune, but no more. Then, once we are finally free, my life is yours for the taking. I should have struck him down then and there had I not sensed the truth in his words, so I decided to grant him a stay of execution and join him on his hunt. All this time I've kept a close eye on Gaius. Though he is ever on the watch for pursuers, he has granted me ample opportunity to slay him if I so choose, and I still might, if he shows even the slightest sign of betraying our agreement. But for now, the Ascians are my chosen quarry. If they are indeed the ones pulling the Empire's string, then it shall not end until they have been eradicated. Every last one. Though I could not save my kin, there are those who may yet still be spared the horrors of war. Unfortunately, dealing with the Ascians will have to wait until we have brought an end to Garlemald's weapon project. Though we may have vanquished 2 of the new weapons, we must take every effort to prepare for whatever the Garleans throw at us next. Perhaps Severa can tell us about the tell us whether the Ironworks engineers have uncovered any information of note. The Ironworks engineers are still at work dismantling the Sapphire weapon and investigating the Turncliffe Magitech facility. Though they have yet to make their report, they may have some news to share with us at this juncture. Please wait here a moment. We have yet to finish our investigation, but I can give you a preliminary report. Were you able to recover anything of note? Before abandoning the facility, they'd attempted to destroy anything they couldn't take with them, including many of the research materials. Luckily, some information relating to Sapphire weapons combat data was intact. Judging by what we saw during the battle, it was extracted from Regula von Hydrus, correct? Do you remember Regula von Hydrus, Miss Q? Oh no, I'm sorry. We'll talk about that later then. I have to keep going. It also appears that Sapphire weapon was actually in incomplete state, and therefore unable to perform at full capacity. Even so, it was immensely powerful. Had they not been given the chance to finish it before it arrived, who knows how it would have ended. Indeed, we may not be so fortunate next time, so we must prepare for the worst. The Ironworks will continue to investigate the Sapphire weapon and look into possible countermeasures. The Echo afforded you a glimpse of the conversation between Rekon and Rex prior to the weapon's deployment. Do you remember any other details? Improvements were made to the synthetic Orocyte system to prevent malfunctions. Then it was never their intent to create a manifestation of Nail von Darnus. But there's one thing that was intended. Oversoul. Inactivation results in the pilot being absorbed by the core, killing them in the process. Rex and Rykon were fully aware of this, were they not? The death of the pilot was by design all along. Alphonse, how could you? Sacrificing your own siblings to fuel these accursed war machines. Surely there's no cause worth paying such a price. Aye, nothing is more precious than family. This nightmare is far from over. It appears that Rex has fled with the remaining weapons, and we can assume that Alphonse has every intention of sending them into battle. We must find a way to disable them before Oversoul can be activated. I have seen enough death. I do not wish to see any more. There is no time to waste. Let us be about it, Gaius. Severa, you're in charge here. Keep Sid and his team safe while they carry out their investigation. Understood. Please see that no harm comes to Gaius. While we're gone, I need to relay everything to the Resistance troops. Your first-hand account should prove useful. If there are any other developments, we'll be sure to contact you. Can I just get like a ride back there? No, I don't want that. Will you take me home? Yes, thank you. Do you want to look at the G-Warrior? No. No, actually. I do not wish to see that thing ever again. Welcome back. It sounds like you've been on quite the journey. This man is extremely gold. All the way to Turncliffe. And judging by the fact you've made it here in one piece, I trust everything went according to plan. What an astonishing account. I wouldn't mind putting that G-Warrior through its paces myself. Certainly a lot more stimulating than supervising this rabble, I'd imagine. Anyway, as before, I'll compile this information into a report and leave it over there for your pursual, should you feel so inclined. If we hear anything from headquarters, we will be sure to pass it on. What am I gonna do with housing stuff with Akali? I guess I should buy her an apartment. Oh god, this fucking cutscene. He's so gold, so shiny. I have come to deliver my report, Lord Valens. So you've returned, young Alfred. Or was it Alwick? Not that it really matters, of course. I hear you and your darling brothers and sisters have allowed the sapphire weapon to fall into the hands of the enemy. Do tell me it isn't so. I'm afraid that is the case, Lord Valens. Oh, come now. No need to be sullen, as they say. To err is human, to forgive divine. And you know how forgiving I can be, when it suits me. So tell me, whatever your name is, who was able to best the sapphire weapon? Our sources state that the one known as the Warrior of Light was assisted by Cid Garland and Gaius Van Belsar, my lord. Gaius. Yes, it seems he's been quite the troublemaker of late, defecting from Garlemald, assassinating the Emperor. Whatever next? There's no use crying over spilt milk. Speaking of which, I've become quite the connoisseur since arriving in Werlet. This particular variety comes from a rare breed of cow, you know. Only 100 of them in existence, and pampered every day of their lives. Yes, they are quite valuable, until their milk dries up, that is. When it does, they are sent to the slaughterhouse like all the rest, for that is their lot in life. To be discarded once they have served their purpose. Did I create the ruby and sapphire weapons so that you could deliver them gift wrap to the enemy? I can see it now, Cid Nan Garland, rubbing his hands with glee at the technological marvels we've bestowed upon him. And you let Gaius Van Belsar, of all people, get the better of you. How do you think this reflects on me, the legatus of the 7th Legion, humiliated by that traitor? Humiliated, I say. There's only one way to deal with worthless provincial filth like you. Wait for me in the correction chamber. You need to be taught a lesson in obedience. Yes, my lord. Forgive my intrusion, Lord Valens, but it's time for the meeting with the head of Magitech Development. Oh, how time flies when you're whipping useless soldiers into shape. Yes, I'll be along once I've made myself presentable. Can't have people thinking I'll let my standards slip now, can I? Oh, they're all terrible. They're all genuinely bad. It's just not good. Oh yeah. This whole storyline is like bizarre and also not very well written. And they're all kids. It's all like, yeah, it's like, it's over the top but not in a good way. What are you doing here? Wait till you see the torture, the torture scene, which is like, not, we won't see it now, but like, it's all like, it's so bad. You wish to see me, Lord Valens? Did I now? This whole questline is constantly like, poor Gaius Van Belsar. At least he isn't this guy. And so everything he did is not quite so bad. It doesn't sit well. It's super bad. Ah, yes, that's right. And so you're Ali, yes? You joined the military of your own free will, along with your fellow orphans? Such devotion. What an inspiration you are. You see, it is my firm belief that love grants us the power to move mountains and overcome any obstacle. Together, we shall discover the strength that lies within you. Take my hand, child, and I will show you the way. think this is gonna be... Yeah, okay. So the whole thing is, they are trying to correct the lore that Gaius Van Belsar took in Julius, the white armored one, Julia. And then he took her in as a kid, and then they were banging an ARR. So this like, so now Gaius, so the story has been, well, Gaius had all these adopted children, and that one time that he did with that one girl, he didn't really want to, but it did happen. But he was just taking care of lots of children, just lots of them, and then we kill these children one by one, so we get to see Gaius be sad about it, and we forget that he's like an actual monster. And then, to parallel Gaius and all the good that he did with all these little orphan kids, we have that guy who takes in children. But he's bad, and we need to show you how very, very bad he is. It's just so bad. It's genuinely a train wreck. I didn't even, like, when I finally finished Diamond, I was just, like, skipping through it, because I was like, this is awful. It is bad storytelling. That was the general consensus, though, that this was like absurdly B team writing, and it was like this huge thing to make Gaius a good person. Yeah, so how are you feeling, Q? Or have you seen everything? Oh, honey. It's okay. You know what? So I didn't put it on easy, but I died a couple of times the first time I do it, and everybody that I have talked to, except for Koji, it seems like Koji did it good, had a rough time with it. So don't feel bad. It sucks. And it's okay. Did you see the rest of the cutscenes and everything? Oh, I'm sorry. So the guy I asked about, the guy whose data they took, Regulus von Hydra, do you remember him? No. Regulus von Hydra, do you remember when we were doing Sophia and Sephiroth and Zurvan? He was the Garlean that was constantly in the way. Oh, see, even Koji died. He had like the big halo horn mask. Alright, I'll show you a picture of him. That's whose data they took. He died to Zurvan, protecting us so that we could kill the primals. Don't worry about it. It was a long time ago. I'll show you a picture. But that actually ended right on time. So we are all done for today, and we don't have to go 2 hours over, which is very good and exciting for us. I will be off tomorrow, but I will be back on Tuesday with more Spiritfarer at 2 p.m. and more Final Fantasy XIV at 6 p.m. And then, well, it's technically tomorrow, but we'll do it on Tuesday. It's my 1 year anniversary on Twitch, for the most part. It'll be 1 year since Is it on the 12th? You wrote it down? Oh, because I started streaming on a Monday, so it's technically this week. I can't believe you wrote it down. I definitely didn't write it down. You're such a good bean. Alright, then that'll be on Wednesday. On Wednesday, then, I think we'll just go super late and have, like, an Apex on Tuesday. Oh, that's what I was saying, Tuesday. Okay, it's... Oh, okay. Oh, I got you. Okay. Anyway, Tuesday is the 1 year anniversary, and we will do, like, probably a late night stream. Probably be Apex. Maybe I'll collect people for Phantasmophobia. Depends on how sick I want to be. But we'll see. We'll figure it out. But that'll be on Tuesday night, so it's an extra chance to get stars and stuff. The raffle is on December 2nd, where we'll make a bingo card and read some of the short stories and do Final Fantasy things. So, thank you so much for being here. I hope you all have a very lovely evening, and we shall see you soon. Goodbye.